He called himself the greatest man who ever lived, but the world would come to know him by a different name, Pee Wee Gaskins. His story is a chilling journey into the mind of one of America's most disturbing serial killers. But what turns a person into such a monster? Let's dive into the dark past of Donald Henry Gaskins. Born in 1933 in South Carolina, Gaskins' childhood was anything but ordinary. It was a turbulent mix of neglect and severe abuse, which planted the seeds of a deep-seated rage. Small in stature, he earned the nickname Pee Wee, a name he despised. He was constantly bullied, and this torment fueled a desire for power and control over others. His early life was marked by petty crimes, which quickly escalated. By the time he was a teenager, he had already spent time in reform school. This was just the beginning of a long and violent criminal career. His first major sentence was for attacking a young girl. In prison, his violent tendencies only intensified. When he was released, he didn't reform. He refined his methods. He began to target hitchhikers and drifters, people he believed wouldn't be missed. Gaskins created what he chillingly called his graveyard, a patch of land where he buried his victims. He claimed responsibility for over 100 murders, though authorities could only confirm a fraction of that number. His methods were brutal and varied, showcasing a complete lack of empathy. He saw his victims not as people, but as objects for his own twisted gratification. Even after being caught and sentenced to death row, his reign of terror wasn't over. In a truly shocking final act, he was hired to commit one last murder from inside the prison walls. Inside the walls of South Carolina's most secure penitentiary, Gaskins found a new way to continue his evil deeds. He was contacted by a man whose son was on the same death row. The man wanted revenge against another inmate, Rudolph Tyner, and he hired Gaskins to carry it out. Gaskins, always the opportunist, agreed. He began plotting one of the most audacious prison murders in history. He first tried poisoning Tyner's food, but that failed. Then, he devised a bizarre and sinister plan. He told Tyner he'd built a communication device to talk to people on the outside. It was a simple walkie-talkie, but Gaskins rigged it. When Tyner put the device to his ear, expecting to hear a friendly voice, Gaskins detonated a small explosive he had hidden inside. The explosion was fatal. Gaskins had successfully committed murder on death row, earning him the dark distinction of being the only man to kill a fellow inmate while on death row himself. Gaskins' story is a terrifying reminder of how a broken childhood can create a monster. He sought the power he never had, and in doing so, left a trail of unimaginable devastation. The minds of killers like Pee Wee Gaskins are complex and disturbing.